Good afternoon, guys. Lexus Driver here. Um, Today, I like to share something really, something really like about regarding 747s. Um, if you guys know 747s a lot, I'm pretty sure there are some that they actually use 747s for domestic flights. Um, the How should I say this? The country that uses 747s for domestic flights is it's Japan, and I would say I've done some research about this kind of stuff. It turns out that the reason why airlines in Japan use back in the day, but not today anymore. But back in the day, airlines in Japan use 747s for domestic flights, and I would say the reason for that is because domestic flights were really booming in Japan, like So Boeing engineers, well, I wouldn't say Boeing engineers. The guys at Boeing actually built 747s for the Japanese market. For domestic flights, and this is a Japan Airlines 747 for domestic flights. Um, Domestic flights in 747s in Japan back then were very common, but now they use only a smaller plane. They only use smaller planes, like I would say smaller planes, a single deck plane for domestic flights. So this one here is a 747-100 SR. SR stands for short range. So this is the 747-100 SR from Japan Airlines, and this one is a Boeing 747-400D. D is a domestic flight, so this plane this plane is only designed for domestic flights. Now this is the same design as the Boeing 747-400, but the difference is there's no winglets like you would find on Boeing 747s. So I would say that this plane, sure, this plane is really good for domestic flights when it comes to hauling a lot of passengers from one place to another in a domestic flight. I would like to say that domestic flights in the 747, like back in the old days, was very common. But as we reach the mid 2000s or the 2010s, it starts to feel like it's going to become a once in a lifetime opportunity because since 747s are ending production and lots of airlines are retiring this plane, yeah. So it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. And also, I actually flown in a 747. I was seated in the lower deck. I've never been seated in the upper deck. I really wish I get to be seated in the upper deck. It would be pretty cool. So, me personally, I grew up when I got used to flying on. I personally grew up when I flown 747s, predominantly Philippine Airlines. Now, another plane I like to show, what I've learned is there's also a Boeing 747-400 ER. If I could find it, 747-400 ER. Okay, here we go. The Boeing 747-400 ER, that's ER is, we all know that it stands for extended range, like the Boeing 777-300 ER. So this was the plane I flown when I was a kid. This was the plane I flown as a kid, the Boeing 747-400. the one now the Boeing 747-400ER. This plane was built for the airline Qantas. Qantas is the airline in Australia. It's also, like I said, the oldest airline in Australia and the oldest English-speaking airline in the world. So the Boeing 747-400ER, this was built for Qantas and Qantas only. No other airlines bought this plane, only Qantas. So when I heard about Boeing 747-400ER, I'd say the reason why the Boeing 747-400ER was developed is because Qantas is it is an airline in Australia, but if you look at the map of the globe, if you see Australia, you could see it's in the southern hemisphere, like, you know. So I'd say this is the reason why Qantas got Boeing to build this plane for its long haul operation, because Australia, like I said, if you look at it on a globe, Australia is really how the Australians say down under. So when it comes to flying from the southern hemisphere to the northern hemisphere, it's a real long haul, and flying from the southern hemisphere to the northern hemisphere, it's super long, like a super long haul flight, like flying to Europe, flying to North America, and also parts of Asia, including Southeast Asia. So I can say that Qantas really did make a good call when it comes to getting Boeing to build the extended range version of the 747-400. But all in all, this plane, the 747-400, one of the coolest planes. It's pretty sad. Lots of airlines are retiring this plane. Philippine Airlines, my country's airline, actually retired this plane way before airlines like Qantas, British Airways, United Airlines, El Al retiring their 747s. And I'd say it's because you know, I'd say we might have bought this plane way before these guys. So yeah, and yeah, so that's all I have to say about the 747, the short range version, and also the extended range version. Now, 747s and A380s, I'd say they're not going to be common in the next few decades. I'd say it's because, like, you know, quad jets burn a lot of fuel, and it's not efficient. So airlines, when it comes to long haul flying, they're going to stick with like, you know, twin jets. Now tri-jets is good for long haul flights, but I would tell you that tri-jets are the hardest planes to perform maintenance. So yeah, that's all I have to say about the Boeing 747, the SR, and the ER. So yeah, on the next video I'll talk about the tri-jets. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.